International Women's Day is a really good way of celebrating the achievements of women in the past and the potential achievements for women in the future. Back in the war days, we saw actually quite a lot of women working on the railway because they needed to when the men were away. And sadly that eroded over time. And actually where we need to be is getting much better gender diversity, because we know that when we've got a more diverse range of people, we get better decision making.
Being a woman in a male-dominated industry can be challenging at times. It has improved significantly in the 20 years that I've worked for Network Rail. I think it's a much more diverse and inclusive workplace now. I don't know of any teams which would not now welcome women.
Just because you're female and you want to do an engineering career, don't be put off, because you will be accepted. It isn't a man's world, and if you've got a passion and if you enjoy it, it's a fantastic opportunity.
What I like most about my job is the people that I work with. It's a small team, we all get along really well. They don't treat me any differently for being a woman, which is wonderful. You know, sometimes when you start in a male-dominated environment, you're worried that they're going to act differently around you because you're a woman, and they don't.
GWR makes it really easy for gender equality. I work on a daily basis with onboard catering as well as drivers, male and female. So I always find that GWR are really welcoming for everybody.
I personally haven't found any resistance. I work with women and men who are very capable regardless of their gender, and I think that's the point.
There's a strong tradition of train naming on the Great Western Railway. It dates back to the time of Brunel, and it was a way of communities recognising people that mattered to them. And back in 2016 we went out to communities and asked who their Great Westerners were. Odette Hallows was one of them. She was the most highly decorated spy during World War II. She was just absolutely phenomenal in her resilience and determination, so it's fantastic that we're honouring such a wonderful woman on our trains.
We remember that Odette and others like her helped to further the cause of women in our society today.
The great thing about the Odette Hallows train is that on the day that we name it, we're going to be fully staffing it by women for its journey. And that's not just the women on the train, that's the women dispatching the train, driving the train, working on the train. That shouldn't be an unusual occurrence, and it's one that we want to see repeated again and again and again, and we can only do that if more women choose to come and work on the railway.
International Women's Day means a lot to me working on the railway. It's something I'm very passionate about because I think that we don't have enough women working on the railway in enough diverse roles.
I think people's perception of the rail industry is very narrow, but you can do absolutely everything. We've got social media, we've got finance, we've got quantity surveying, we've got maintenance, we've got asset management. So the opportunities are absolutely vast.
Hi, I'm Samyuta. I'm the Head of Customer Experience for GWR and I'm based in London.
Hello, my name is Fatima. I'm a lead host and customer host. I work on board trains and I'm based at Paddington Station.
Hi, I'm Jo, Social Media Manager for GWR and I work at Swindon.
Any women that would like to come into the railway, do it. I'm at a train manager position at the moment, however my growth can be anywhere.
We know that when we go out to recruit, people have a certain image of the rail industry in mind, and it's not necessarily reflective of the rail industry that we see today. So for us, what we're trying to talk about is the railway as a customer experience provider, so that we attract a slightly different sort of person to come and work in the railway industry who wouldn't have thought of it before. At the moment, about 1 in 3 of our applications come from women. We'd love that to be much higher. So we're working with people like Working Mums, a recruitment company called Vasida, who specifically look to post in the press where women are more likely to look, and going out to schools with our Women in Rail network.
I've always been really interested in engineering. I went to an engineering college, so from that I looked into Network Rail and found the apprenticeship, and I just thought it was brilliant because there's such a wide variety of things you can go into afterwards. I really enjoy it. No day's the same when you're out on track.
I mainly chose a career in the rail industry because I've primarily worked in retail, and I've had 2 children, and I just need something fresh and exciting and something different to get my teeth into.
Training for some of our female staff used to be a little different because we had such a minority of women actually joining Great Western Railway, but we've seen over the years that's dramatically increased, and now a lot of our courses are actually very sort of 50-50, which is really lovely to see. We also have now women asking lots more questions about career progression in terms of things like operational jobs, so more women are now asking us about how to become a driver, how to become a train manager, or even engineers.
I honestly couldn't imagine doing anything different other than this. I don't really see anything else.
I came into the railway 18 months ago, and although I've had many different jobs and I've enjoyed every single one of them, being in the railway is definitely my final stop in my career.